So I want to throw out some ideas and things which have been said in the last few weeks. Ceasefire now. Israel has the right to destroy Hamas, but it should do so without a major military operation in Rafah. Let me ask you this. Why are you not pressurizing Hamas? Why are you not calling for Hamas for a ceasefire? And you're going to say, well, you know, Hamas aren't the powerful group here. It's not in Hamas's power. Israel should just stop the war. Why is this war happening? On October 6th, 2023, there was no war. On October 6th, 2023, Israel was not engaged in a war against Hamas in Gaza. What the difference is was October 7th. The difference is we saw the absolute moral bankruptcy of so many in our society directly following October 7th. Israel was attacked. Israelis were murdered. Israelis were kidnapped, as well as people from other nationalities too. Multiple Americans were kidnapped and murdered. This isn't just Israel's problem, and that seems to be the bubble that people live in. They think this is a war between Israel and Hamas, and yes, at face value it is, but it's a bigger idea. Just this week at the US-Mexico border, a Hezbollah operative was caught, and he admitted it. He's like, yes, I was trained by Hezbollah, yes, I worked for Hezbollah, and yes, I want to come to the United States and kill non-Muslims. His words. If a ceasefire is so important, why couldn't Hamas release these babies? If Hamas is a resistance group, apparently a resistance group who use rape and the brutal murder and doing terrible things to corpses, that's resistance apparently in 2023 and 2024. If that's what they are, then why can they not release 2 babies? How is that helping Hamas? How is that resisting anything? But no, that doesn't matter. Of course not. But when Israel attacks a target which is legitimate and Hamas terrorists are caught, arrested and killed, oh my God, Israel's committing genocide. Here's the thing about standing up for Israel. Here's the thing about being a Zionist, and I and the millions of members of Christians United for Israel are proud Zionists. We don't traffic in lies and propaganda. We stand up for what's right and talk the truth. I don't have to obscure the conversation to say that yes, every single innocent life in Gaza being taken is a tragedy. It is a tragedy. Innocent life being destroyed is horrific. Nobody wanted this. Nobody wanted to see this. This is what happens with war. This is when you let a terrorist entity rule over you for over a decade and entrench itself into your population, and you do nothing about it. And it's cheered on by these activists in the West. Let's not talk about Hamas's child abuse and how they brainwash children. Let's not talk about Hamas's terror tactics. Let's not talk about the miles, the literally miles of terror tunnels under Gaza, which if Hamas actually cared about its people, they could tell civilians to go there and avoid airstrikes. But no, we've seen Hamas try to stop people evacuating. Yet you want to talk about humanitarianism? Hamas are literally stealing and hijacking aid trucks, but no, let's blame Israel. My message today is simple. You've lost the right to talk about humanitarianism. You've lost the right to talk about freedom. You've lost the right to talk about ceasefires when you cannot condemn the rape, murder, and terror that Hamas inflicted. When you cannot condemn the murder of civilians, when you have not advocated or spoken or said a single word of those 2 Bebas babies who are in Gaza right now. You've lost the right, sorry. But for those of us who care about this issue, for those who want actual peace, for those of us who want to see the prosperity of all people free from terrorism and violence in the region, it's up to us to speak out. It's up to us to make sure that we keep speaking up for baby Kafir and his brother being held in Gaza, for all the hostages, for all of the innocent women and men being held in Gaza by this terrorist entity, Hamas. and you don't get to now play humanitarian demanding a ceasefire when you were cheering on October 7th and talking about how exhilarating the massacre and rape of innocent people in Israel was. We continue to speak up for what's right. We continue to stand by the Jewish state and our Jewish friends. And we know that Israel will prevail. And the decisions on this war, on this fight against the evil of Hamas, are made in Jerusalem by Israel's leaders and generals, and it is for no other nation, no other ally, to interject itself in and demand anything of Israel. We stand with Israel now, we stand with Israel always. This is Kasim Hafeez for the CUFI Weekly. For Zion's sake, do not remain silent.
Thanks for checking out this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get a notification every time a new episode hits. And if you want to check out some of our previous episodes, and we've got some really good ones, click on one of the thumbnails and that will take you right there. And finally, if you want to know more about CUFI and the work we do, go to CUFI.org to check out all the resources we have available free to you.